basically we'd been looking for a KX125, and one of my buddies had one with a bad crank, and ended up getting it for $1,100, and it worked out perfect because he had already taken it apart and everything, and yeah, it just kind of worked out. I was kind of hurt, so we had some downtime, and 125s are too much fun not to ride, and we wanted to do one. I'm on Kawasaki, so we wanted to build a KX125, and we wanted to do it right. Yeah, I mean, overall, obviously the seat and plastics and most of the geometry is off a 2017 KX250F. We took the A-kit off my big bikes, and obviously that's really good on there. I love being stiff like that, especially with the steel frame and how it flexes. It really works out. And you know, the arc levers and everything, that's all stuff that I really like. And Pro Wheel hub with A60 XL rims, and it's really good for me since I'm really hard on wheels, so that's kind of a must. We started out with the 2017 KX250F gas tank, and we had it all on there and everything was fitted on and everything, but it was too far back and the geometry was a little bit far off of what we wanted it to be. Some guys do it, but we wanted to do it right, so my dad ended up making the gas tank and everything and making it all fit correctly, and making everything go in the right spots. So it worked out really good, and we made the subframe fit and everything in the right spots, and fabricated it up in the airbox and everything to fit the carb and air boot. And yeah, the airbox is off a 2017 KX250F, but we used the 05 air boot because they have a lot of time into designing that to the motor and everything. So we ended up fabricating the pegs so that the 2017 250F pegs would go on there. We had the 2017 swing arm on there, but the linkage and everything threw the geometry off, and we ended up welding everything and going back. It's one of my favorite handling bikes, so we didn't want to mess it up, and it corners amazingly and everything how it is, so we just kind of polished up what was there, and it works. I love it. Yeah, this build was made, the bike would handle right, and it would handle like a 2017 KX125 would. The KX125 is kind of wheelbase is kind of short, and the seat height is kind of a little lower than most bikes, so they're really easy to handle and stuff. So we had to slide the forks up a little more than usual to even that out. Originally, we were gonna put that motor into a KX250F, but we had it sitting up there, and the geometry was off, and the motor was sitting in the wrong spot. It was sitting too high, and the frame wasn't gonna flex enough. I love how the steel frame flexes with these, and they handle really good, especially with the short wheelbase. So we ended up going back and keeping the steel frame. Yeah, the frame doesn't come black, but we had American powder coating do that, and a few of the other little things. Hinson dug up one of their last few parts for clutches and stuff for us, so that was super nice of them, and it looks really good. V-Force was kind enough to loan us James Stewart's reeds and everything, reed block. So a guy like me, I like to really rev them high, so I chip the reeds all the time, almost every moto, so it really helps when you don't have to, I guess. It definitely rips, I love it. N-Style made us some graphics that they look like my Team Green 250Fs, and it looks really good. We used the Renthal chain and sprockets. We went to the stock gearing that they used in 05, and it works really well for me. We tried a few other things, but I kept going back to that. We ended up using Electron carb, and just to get to rev a little higher, and it works really well with the motor and everything. We used the 2017 brakes off the 250F, front and rear, to get a lot better. Yeah, the shifter's off a newer 250F. This is the bike I had won the 125 Dream Race on this year. 125s are such a big part in our sport, I think, you know, as a stepping stone. Just for money-wise, you can keep them running with just throwing top ends in them way cheaper than any four-stroke. all these races coming up, I think, are great for the sport, and I hope that they can keep doing more of them and that it will hopefully grow and come back again. I love riding 125s more than anything else, you know. I'd ride them every day if I could.